Hello friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Poonam Dua. With me today you are going to cover a very famous play by Dharamveer Bharti, and the name of the play is Andha Yug. This is one of the very important part of IGNOU MEG 15 syllabus, that is comparative literature and theory practices. Through this video we will understand all about this play from summary to theme to analysis. And before moving further, please do not forget to share and subscribe to the channel. Let us know a bit about this play and Dharamveer Bharti as well. Andha Yug 1953 का verse play है. Verse means poetic form में है, written in Hindi by renowned novelist, poet and playwright Dharamveer Bharti. Dharamveer Bharti, who had a lifespan from 1926 to 1997. Dharamveer Bharti was a very celebrated Hindi poet, novelist, playwright, and chief editor of the popular Hindi weekly magazine Dharma Yug. He was deeply disturbed by the world wars and all the chaos in this whole world, specifically the chaos that happened in India after partition of 1947. Let us know about the setting of this play. This play is based upon Mahabharata, set in the last day of the great Mahabharata war and is divided into 5 acts. As I told you, he was disturbed by the after events, by the chaotic events of partition. So this play, as you can see, 1953, it was performed first. It was written in the year following the 1947 partition of India, Indian atrocities, and a representation about the destruction of human lives and ethical values. We can say it is a metaphorical representation of politics of violence, politics of aggressive selfishness, and the war and partition that dehumanized individuals and societies both. So through this play, basically he wants to say both the winners and the defeated lose eventually. War कोई भी हो, जीता कोई भी हो, हारा कोई भी हो, लेकिन लॉस दोनों साइड्स का होता है. As I told you, it is based upon the Sanskrit epic Mahabharata written by Vedvyasa, and the play begins on the 18th and last day of the great Mahabharata war. महाभारता वॉर जिसने सब कुछ डेवस्टेट कर दिया था, सब कुछ बर्बाद कर दिया था, not only Kauravas but Pandavas as well. So devastated the kingdom of Kauravas, the feuding cousins of Pandavas, and their capital, the once magnificent Hastinapur, lay burning in ruins. The battlefield of Kurukshetra was strewn with corpses. यहाँ वहाँ हर जगह लाशें पड़ी थी, and skies filled with vultures and death lament. So fatalities were there on both the sides. We cannot say कि Pandavas were the victorious one. Fatalities दोनों तरफ थी, दोनों sides ने एक दूसरे को मारा था. The survivors were left grieving and full of anger as they continued to blame each other for the destruction. No one was willing to view it as a consequence of their own moral choice. कोई भी अपने ऊपर ब्लेम लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं था और डिस्ट्रक्शन दोनों साइड हुई थी. This is how the play is divided. First there is a prologue, then act 1, act 2, act 3. उसके बाद interludes हैं कुछ, उसके बाद है act 4, act 5 and epilogue. I hope you are acquainted a bit with the basic storyline of Mahabharata, जिसमें संजय महाभारत के युद्ध का पूरा हाल धृतराष्ट्र और गांधारी को सुनाते हैं. So it begins with the last scene that Sanjay narrates to the blind Dhritarashtra and Gandhari while the final battle between Bhim and Duryodhana is still to happen, and Duryodhana is yet to die. We know Duryodhana died in this war and he was killed by Bhim. तो भीम और दुर्योधन की वॉर होने वाली है और उस वॉर को सुनाने वाले हैं अभी संजय गांधारी और धृतराष्ट्र को. वहां से इस प्ले की शुरुआत होती है. The play not only depicts the situation, the condition, the impacts of war on Kauravas and Pandavas, but on some other characters as well. उन्हीं में से एक character थे अश्वत्थामा. अश्वत्थामा की psychology को भी बहुत अच्छे से दिखाया जाता है. It depicts the psychology of Ashwatthama when he realizes that his father has been killed by misusing his name, and this is which actually led to the defeat of Kauravas. Ashwatthama goes mad with the thought and wants to kill Pandavas and Krishna, who he knows is the brain behind the trick. अश्वत्थामा को बहुत अच्छे से पता है कि मेरे पिता द्रोणाचार्य को मारे जाने के पीछे कृष्ण का दिमाग है. It depicts the state of all the survivors who have survived the war. No one is sure who has won the battle in the real sense of the winning and who has lost it. जितने भी survivors रहे इस वॉर के बाद, उन सबकी साइकोलॉजी को ये प्ले दिखाता है, और उन सर्वाइवर्स में से कोई भी ये जान नहीं पाता है कि आर वी द विक्टोरियस और आर वी ऑन द डिफीटेड साइड. We can put अंधा युग under retelling of Indian epics as well. Retelling का मतलब एक ही स्टोरी को किसी और तरीके से बताया जाना. महाभारत की, रामायणा की रीटेलिंग्स बहुत बार मूवीज की, नॉवेल्स की फॉर्म्स में होती आई हैं. So the primary concern of the ancient epics, Indian epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata, needless to say, these two works are never regarded in this country as mere literary creations or some artificial facts, but rather as monument of social, cultural, religious, moral and even political significance. इन दोनों वर्क्स को एपिटमे माना जाता है, बहुत ही ग्रेट माना जाता है, और इन दोनों वर्क्स की बहुत बार मूवीज की फॉर्म में, बुक्स की फॉर्म में रीटेलिंग हुई है. एंड दिस इज द रीटेलिंग ऑफ महाभारत इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ प्ले. अंधा युग इज द रीटेलिंग ऑफ महाभारत. सबसे पहले प्रोलॉग को जानते हैं. प्रोलॉग होता है जब मेजर एक्शन होता है उससे पहले के कुछ इवेंट्स का इंट्रोडक्शन. The prologue here in this Andha Yug begins with an invocation which is in accordance with epic or poetic conventions. कुछ देवी देवताओं को invoke किया गया. The invocation is a salutation to God in which the author seeks the blessings of the divine. Invocation, अगर आप लोगों ने पैराडाइज लॉस्ट कभी अच्छे से पढ़ा है तो पैराडाइज लॉस्ट की शुरुआत भी इन्वोकेशन के साथ होती है. इन्वोकेशन का मतलब होता है गॉड्स को बुलाना, गॉड्स का आवाहन करना. So we learn from the proclamation from the prologue that the play is concerned about the age of darkness which followed the end of the great war of Mahabharata. महाभारता के एंड होने के बाद एक एज ऑफ डार्कनेस आ गई थी. In Vishnu Purana, this age of darkness is described as a period in which all values will become topsy turvy. सारी वैल्यूज उल्टी सीधी हो जाएंगी. There will be decline of dharma. The rulers in future will be greedy and rich, and all thoughts and actions of men will be evil. Corruption होगा हर जगह. Basically that is called the age of darkness. Let us go for Act 1. Act 1 is the Kauravas kingdom. In Act 1, the author brings us face to face with misery, death, decay, corruption, and the bottomless pits of the savagery into which humanity descended during the war. वॉर्स में दोनों ही साइड से बहुत चीटिंग, बहुत करप्शन हुए थे. दोनों ही साइड से बहुत ज्यादा रूल्स को वॉयलेट किया था. In the Act 1, it is the 18th day of the Battle of Kurukshetra. The Pandavas have won and the Kauravas are defeated. However, there has been so much bloodshed on both the sides that the victor and vanquished are indistinguishable. कौन जीता कौन हारा कोई नहीं बता सकता. Fear and gloom reign supreme in society. सोसाइटी में हर तरफ डर है, हर तरफ दुख है, तो हम कैसे कह सकते हैं कि एक साइड victorious हो गई. So this is what is written in verse form. Both the sides in the war violated the code of honor, smashed it, ripped it into shreds and scattered it. The Kauravas perhaps more than the Pandavas. दोनों ही साइड्स ने बहुत सारे रूल्स तोड़े, शायद कौरवास ने पांडवा से थोड़े से ज्यादा. Actually, the Kauravas employed all kinds of evil means to dispossess the Pandavas of their rightful inheritance. This is what we are always told about Mahabharata. But in order to defeat evil, Pandavas भी पीछे नहीं रहे थे. The Pandavas too, assisted by Lord Krishna, employed all these kinds of evil tactics. Let us go for Act 2, Making of a Beast. That is the title of Act 2. A major part of Act 2 is devoted to the transformation of Ashwatthama into a bloodthirsty beast. Ashwatthama repents breaking his bow because he wonders how, without his weapons, he would be able to avenge his father Guru Dronacharya's murder. गुरु द्रोणाचार्य को मार दिया गया पांडवों के द्वारा. He vividly recalls how his father was killed through deceit. उनके फादर को धोखे से मारा गया. उनके फादर को बताया गया था कि अश्वत्थामा मारा गया, जिनकी वजह से उनके फादर डीमोटिवेटेड हो गए थे. And actually it was not the Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, it was Ashwatthama, the name of an elephant. So it was Yudhishthira who lied to his father that Ashwatthama had died in the battle, taking this lie to be true. His father Dronacharya, who had so much faith in Yudhishthira, threw his weapons down and was slain by Drishtadyumna. So अब हमारे इस एक्ट 2 में संजय की एक वरी है. Sanjay's major worry is how to diverge the news, this bad news to Dhritarashtra. He wishes that he had been killed by Satyaki in battle because only his death would have saved him from this impossible task of narrating the bitter truth of the defeat of Kauravas to Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. संजय की एक मेजर वरी है कि उनको आंखों देखा पूरा हाल सुनाना पड़ता है युद्ध का, पूरे युद्ध का. कौरवास की अगर डिफीट भी हुई है वो भी सुनाना पड़ता है, और कई बार उन्हें लगता है कि कौरवास की डिफीट के बारे में किस तरीके से अपने किंग को बताया जाए. तो ये मानते हैं कि इस युद्ध में मैंने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया होता, अगर मैं इस युद्ध में मारा जाता वो बेटर होता कि मुझे इस युद्ध की हार की कहानियां अपने राजा धृतराष्ट्र को सुनानी पड़ रही हैं. तो एक्ट 2 का एंड देखिए कैसे होता है. एक्ट 2 ends with the chorus commenting on the night which was the night of intoxication for the victorious Pandavas but of shame and concealment for the Kauravas. तो जो 18वीं रात रही वो रात बहुत अच्छी रही पांडवास के लिए, क्योंकि पांडवास विक्टोरियस हुए, लेकिन बहुत ही शेमफुल कंसीलफुल रात रही कौरवास के लिए. Act 3, the half-truth of Ashwatthama. Let us see what happens in this act. Gandhari and Dhritarashtra are petrified when Sanjay tells them about Duryodhana's defeat. दुर्योधन की डिफीट हो चुकी है भीम के हाथों, लेकिन अभी दुर्योधन की डेथ नहीं हुई है, वो एक लेक में शरण ले चुके हैं. Ashwatthama and Kripacharya go to Duryodhana so that he could proclaim Ashwatthama as the commander of the Kauravas army, and after this appointment as the army commander, Ashwatthama tells Kripacharya and Kritavarma that he would direct them the next day about what they would have to do. तो अश्वत्थामा के हाथ में कमान आ चुकी है. Kripa, also known as Kripacharya, is a figure in Hindu scriptures. According to the epic Mahabharata, he was the counselor member of Kuru kingdom and the teacher of Pandavas and Kauravas princes also. At present, there is a lot of commotion and panic in the city. बहुत ज़्यादा हलचल है सिटी में, as people believe that along with the defeated Kauravas soldiers, a giant enemy soldier who was a sorcerer and could change his evil form at will had slipped into the city and was going to ransack people's home. सब लोगों के बीच में एक बात फैली हुई है कि एक बहुत बड़ा जायंट है जो सबके घरों को, सब लोगों को कुचल रहा है. अश्वत्थामा कुछ आउल्स को देखते हैं उसी रात को. द आउल्स अटैकिंग द अनसस्पेक्टिंग स्लीपिंग क्रू. सोते हुए कुछ कौओं पर आउल ने अटैक किया, एंड दिस इज व्हाट गिव्स हिम द आइडिया कि कैसे अब पांडवास पर अटैक करना है. स्लीपिंग पांडवास पर जाकर अटैक करते हैं. कृष्णा भी उन्हें डिफेंड करने के लिए नहीं होंगे, बट दिस वाज क्वाइट अगेंस्ट द रूल ऑफ वॉर. कृपाचार्य उनको समझाने की बहुत कोशिश करते हैं कि ऐसा करना वॉर के रूल्स के अगेंस्ट है. सो एक्ट 3 basically comes to an end with Kripacharya following Ashwatthama and trying to stop him from doing so. अब आता है एक्ट 4 जिसमें कि गांधारी का कर्स है. कोरस हमें कुछ रिवील करती हैं. The chorus reveals that the giant-like being stopping Ashwatthama from approaching the sleeping Pandavas is none other than Lord Shankara himself, who challenges Ashwatthama to defeat him before attacking the Pandavas. एक जो giant figure है जिसके बारे में अभी बात हो रही थी, that figure is none other than Lord Shankara. Ashwatthama attacks this figure with all his might. पूरी पावर से, पूरे weapons के साथ अटैक करते हैं, but finally accepts his defeat and begs the Lord to bless him. कहते हैं कि मुझे ब्लेस कर दो. And Shankara blesses Ashwatthama by saying that go, you will not be defeated, you will be victorious. Meanwhile, हमारा सीन शिफ्ट हो जाता है उस लेक की तरफ जहां पर दुर्योधन ने शरण ली हुई है. The scene shifts to the lake in which Duryodhana is lying still. Kripacharya informs Duryodhana that Ashwatthama has destroyed the Pandavas' camp and he has gone to procure his Brahmastra and talisman, all the magic. Ashwatthama arrives and expresses his regret at not having been able to kill Bhima and blast Uttara's womb. Uttara, who was the wife of Abhimanyu. However, everybody soon realizes that Duryodhana is no more and Gandhari is beside herself with grief, and Sanjay loses his visionary powers and grieves over the loss. संजय जो कि पूरा आंखों देखा हाल सुना रहे थे पूरे युद्ध का, उनकी भी विजनरी पावर चली जाती है और वो भी इस लॉस पर, इस डेथ पर दुख मनाते हैं, शोक प्रकट करते हैं. After that, chorus comments on the misery of the city. City पूरी बहुत ही miserable condition में है. The battle frenzies between Arjuna and Ashwatthama, and after being hit in the neck, Ashwatthama fires the Brahmastra. Brahmastra, the ultimate weapon, and this immediately invites Vyasa's anger, and on the contrary, Arjuna also fires his Brahmastra. Calling Ashwatthama a monster, Vyasa asks him to recall the weapon. अपने weapon को recall करो, उनको बोला जाता है. But Ashwatthama expresses his inability to do so since his father had never ever taught him how to recall it. In the meanwhile, there is curse by Gandhari. Gandhari curses Krishna that his kinsmen will attack and kill each other, and many years later he himself will be killed. आपके सभी रिश्तेदार, आपके सभी लोग आपस में ही एक दूसरे के दुश्मन हो जाएंगे और सबको मार देंगे, and you will also be killed in future like a wild animal by an ordinary hunter. Krishna accepts the curse with grace and says that in this terrible war of 18 days, I am the only one who died a million times. मैंने भी हजारों मौत मरी हैं इन 18 दिनों में. Gandhari weeps over what she has done and tells Krishna that he could have deflected the curse, but Krishna replies that he may be omnipresent as God, but he is Gandhari's son too. चाहे मुझे एक भगवान की ही पोजीशन मिली हो, चाहे मैं omnipresent हूँ, but ultimately I am your son too, so I should accept whatsoever your anger is saying to me. So this act 4 comes to a close with a chorus commenting that after Krishna accepted the curse, the stars begin to grow dim. अब हमें फिफ्थ एक्ट दिखाया जाता है जिसमें विक्ट्री और डेथ दोनों हैं. Pandavas have proved to be bad rulers. Bhima is proud, arrogant. Arjuna has grown weary. Nakula is ignorant. Sahadeva has been retarded from birth. Only Yudhishthira is aware of how, after Krishna meets his violent end, as has been prophesied. So this is written here in the form of verse. The days they had sown together in the battlefield would yield the harvest of such bitterness that all the wisdom of the past ages would be covered with dust and darkness. जितनी भी wisdom इन लोगों की थी वो उन्होंने उस युद्ध के थ्रू खो दी है. अब उनकी लाइफ कवर रहेगी डस्ट और डार्कनेस में. Since the play is now moving towards its conclusion, we see accelerated, speedy actions in this act. Many years separate Act 4 and Act 5, and during the intervening period, the earth has turned green once again. In the epilogue, we get to see the death of the Lord, that is Krishna, an old hunter, as per the curse of Gandhari. An old hunter shoots his arrow mistaking Krishna's foot for a deer. देखिए यहाँ क्या लिखा हुआ है. The stars went out, darkness covered the earth, and on the God-forsaken earth, Kali Yuga took its first step. शायद यही वो पल था जो कलयुग का आगमन था. The epilogue deals with the death of Lord Krishna and its consequences, the onset of the age of darkness, the Kali Yuga. I will say Lord Krishna's death has been presented as a sacrifice which he made to atone for the sins of humanity. उनकी डेथ अपने आप में एक त्याग है, एक sacrifice है. Lord Krishna himself exhorted to fulfill Gandhari's curse. उन्होंने ही choose किया गांधारी के curse को fulfill करना. Lord Krishna assured this hesitant hunter that death is only a transition from one state to another and it is not your fault at all that you killed me. Let us go for the theme now. One very important concern of the play is the question of evil. Evil is shown to be very potent indeed in this play. The play makes it very clear that once we take recourse to evil to achieve our ends, अगर हम बुराई के रास्ते की तरफ चलते हैं, then evil takes control of our lives and there is no escape. Thus, the play explores how evil takes us in its grip once we allow it to enter our lives. अगर हम बुराई के रास्ते को अपने ऊपर हावी होने देंगे तो वो रास्ता हमारे ऊपर in future भी हावी होता चला जाएगा. This play is the representation of some rasas as well, जैसे कि अश्वत्थामा represent करते हैं विभत्स रस को, disgust या aversion we can say, and Raudra rasa as well, and Lord Krishna represents Karuna rasa, that is compassion. इसके साथ ही साथ अंधा युग हाईलाइट करता है सेल्फ इंचेंटमेंट को और एक एंटी वॉर एलिगोरी तो ये है ही. तो एंटी वॉर एवरी पर्सन, आई थिंक एवरी नेशन शुड बी एंटी वॉर, क्योंकि वॉर से किसी का कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला. इट एक्सप्लोर्स ह्यूमन कैपेसिटी फॉर मॉरल एक्शंस, रिकंसिलिएशन एंड गुडनेस इन द टाइम ऑफ एट्रोसिटी and reveals what happens when individuals choose cruelty and cynicism of a blind, dispirited age. अगर आप एक blind, dispirited age में रह ही रहे हो तो वहां पर एटलीस्ट cruelty को चूज मत करिए. Try to bring peace and compassion as much as possible. और अगर हम बात करें कि प्रेजेंट टाइम को कैसे रिफ्लेक्ट करता है, कई बार आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चन भी आ जाता है कि प्रेजेंट टाइम के साथ क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है अंधा युग की. सो वी कैन से द प्ले डिपिक्ट्स एन एप्ट, वेरी क्लियर, वेरी परफेक्ट पिक्चर ऑफ present time. It is a very contemporary play. The centralized theme of the play showcases how we easily blame somebody else in our bad times, specifically God. भगवान ने ऐसा हमारे साथ क्यों कर दिया? The play conveys how future is determined by our present actions and is not predestined. हमारे ही actions हमारे future को decide करेंगे. And the major theme of this play is how violence and wars can only produce large-scale chaos without any victors. कोई victors नहीं आने वाले बड़ी बड़ी wars के through, सिर्फ chaos और destruction ही होगा. So that is it for this topic. Please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel, like this video and put your valuable feedback in the form of comment. You may join the classes to cover all the topics in detail. The link to get connected to us for admission purpose has been given in description. Once again, thanks for watching. Best of luck for your exams and please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel.